All right, Jeff Zimmerman here. I'm with the WBA Welterweight Champion of the World, Eimantas Stanionis. Got a fight of his life coming up against the IBF Welterweight Champ for unification against Boots Ennis, April 12th at the Boardwalk Hall in Atlantic City on DAZN. How you doing, Eimantas?
Good, thank you. Thank you for having me. How are you?
I'm good, man. And like we were just talking about, I've covered some of the fights you're on here in Dallas with on the Spence against Ugas and Spence El Campo in Frisco, Texas. So
Yeah,
good to see you again.
thank you, thank you.
So listen, man, I know you've been back at Wild Card under Marvin at the famed Wild Card Freddie Roach gym for a few weeks. How's that been going? How's training? You haven't been in the ring in almost a year.
Yeah, yeah, everything is good. We catch up, we were started training since first day I arrived here because I flew into New York. We did press conference, photo shoot, something like that. Then I came back to LA and then we went start training. Also the time difference, I need few days, to adjust the time, but I'm used to it and I adjust pretty fast, like 2, 3 days. It's 10 hour difference. It's a big, like science says you need one day for 1 hour, but I know how to adapt and I come like fast, like I adapt pretty fast because I follow the schedule. So everything is good. Training is good. Uh, Weather now is better than it was before. It was like raining a lot. So from today it start sunny day. So it's cool. I'm just after a workout, just came back like 30 minutes ago.
Yeah, where do you stay when you're in LA? I didn't tell you, I'm from LA, from the Valley, from the San Fernando Valley. So where do you stay?
Okay. I stay always in Hollywood because they're close by gym. I like to be close by gym. So, 2 sessions a day. So it's like before since I came to LA like 2017, I was living like 4 miles from my gym and I didn't have a car,
Mm.
like no money how to go to the car. So I bought a bike. Then I go to the gym. Then my tire explodes. Then I have to walk with a bike. Then I got electric scooter. Then the scooter tire explodes. And it was like headache all the time. So yeah, I try to be close by the gym.
Yeah, LA is not the easiest place to get around either. So
Yeah, traffic.
yeah, yeah. No, everyone's following me here from California to Texas. But listen, you've talked about ring rust. I've heard you talk about it in the past that ring rust is a real thing, that you may look good in the gym, but once you get under the bright lights, it could be different. But having the experience being under like Spence's cards, being in T-Mobile, being AT&T Stadium, do you think that's less of a concern just because of that experience?
Yeah, for sure. Every fighter, I think, have to go through that experience because even if they say it's like, oh, it's nothing, I've been there, been on under the big lights, even on Canelo card, everything is different, everything is bigger, on Spence. AT&T Stadium is like 60,000 people or
Yeah,
something. The
yeah.
arena, when I walked, I fought for a title. When I walked to the arena, I was like, oh my God, like such a big arena. Yeah, it was like crazy. So yeah, I got all this experience, and I think every fighter should have this experience going into the big fights.
Yeah, well, you said I remember you trained with Ronnie Shields in Houston, so everything's bigger in Texas, Emantas.
Yeah, yeah, I saw the arena is like wow, never
Yeah,
been in bigger.
yeah. So listen though, let me ask you though, because you're in an interesting, the welterweight class, you got a bunch of new blood in there with you, Boots, um, Barrios, and Brian Norman. Before it was Spence and Crawford kind of owning the class for a long time. Brian Norman was supposed to fight Boots last year, and it didn't happen due to money. Did that help you in negotiation for your
No,
fight or have anything to do with it?
no, it had nothing to do with. I don't know how much. Honestly, I don't follow how much money he's getting or how much they offered. I don't really know, but basically, I told my team I want that fight. If you can go make that happened, and that's it. And it was simple. My team went. They asked for a fight. Matchroom accepted it. Boots accepted it, and that's it. It was nothing like crazy or something. It was like fast. Like I don't know. It took like, I don't know, few days, week maybe. It was like pretty fast.
Yeah, that's interesting. So his offer was reportedly 1.5 to 1.7 million. Again, unification, but that didn't have anything to do with the negotiation.
No, I don't know honestly. Everything was good. They offered me the fight, this and that's it. I said yes straight away.
We need more guys like you, man. We need more guys like you in boxing.
Money will come if you'll be successful and you will do, and even with the money, where you put that money, where you'll spend that money. If you're spending good, then you'll be okay. If not, then you'll be not okay.
Right, right. That's a good attitude. Let me ask you about Boots, though. He's considered one of the most skilled guys in boxing, pound for pound, but the knock on him seems to be he hasn't really been tested. You obviously, come to fight every fight, not afraid of any fighter, but obviously Boots is super skilled. What challenges does he pose for you?
Yeah, for sure. He's very skillful fighter. He's like everybody says he's like a new big thing, and everybody, like all the media, all the other people, trainers, everybody speaking highly of him, and that's true. He's a really good fighter. I'm not a stupid person to not see that. I know he's good, tough, and everything, full package basically. But I'm also not like a like a slouch. I'll do my best. That's for sure. I have that mentality. And like I always say, boxing is unpredictable sport. Another thing is like he has two hands and two legs. Same me. It's like you if you believe in yourself, work, sacrifice, everything, do right. I'm not partying, not drinking, not doing crazy stuff. I'm living boxing 24/7, even watching the fights, even watching the interviews. You guys do everything. I'm learning from all the small things. So I'm very confident because I'm training, and I want to show that everything is impossible. It's like if you believe in yourself, you can do this. And this fight is not for anybody else. This fight is especially for me because I want to see what level I am. Maybe I'm not on his level. I don't know. But I will go there and I will come to fight. That's for sure. The fans will get excitement from me. That's for sure.
Now, I don't know if a lot of people know your backstory, Eimantas, and I always like to talk. I mean, you're at the world title championship level. A lot of times I'm interviewing guys, on the way up as well, both champions and so forth. But your story is not as known. You grew up fighting in the streets of Lithuania. Your dad
Yeah.
left when you were young. Your mom was tough as nails.
Yeah,
Um,
tough.
is that where that mindset comes from? Talk about a little bit from your childhood and just growing up and fighting your way.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I was always doubting myself. I don't know, because I didn't have like strong friends, who can go into the war, or fighting with other, like, let's say we had like hood, one hood, other hood, or like streets, it's like one street going fight to another street. And I never had like friends who can back me up because I would go in. It doesn't matter if it's crazy as it sounds, I would die for my friends, for everybody. It's like, but I never had that kind of friends. So I was always shy kid. I never had like no brothers, no nothing. Growing up without father, growing up with only mom, and only my grandfather was the only man in the family. So yeah, it was rough, but my mom was very strong person. She went to other countries to work to basically bring money to our family, to get a better life. It was rough. I haven't seen my mom also, like she went for like 3 months, coming back for like a month, 3 months go, and
Mm.
it was, yeah, hard. I was like boy, and the boy is like loving mom a lot. It's like I was always where is my mom? Where is my mom? But growing up, yeah, I was doubting all my life, every single time. Like even when I went to the training, and I was pretty successful in MMA. I started MMA, not boxing. I was doing good. I was started winning, but I was doubting always myself if I can achieve something. But then I went to boxing. I got beat up in sparring like badly. I was, oh my God, this is different level. But that competition drives me, all the time. Like I want to be a better than the other guy, and I even doing sprints or anything, So I went there. I was doing training hard, following the guys, and I become boxing champion of Lithuania. Then I went to Europe's. Then I got in youth. I think I got bronze medal in European. Then I went to men's. I become European champion after 21 year. Before, like 21 years ago, there was like Lithuanian European champion. So I broke that record. I'm holding that record now. Then I went to Olympics. My coach had the dream to go to the Olympics. I went to Olympics. I went to Germany to Bundesliga. I had 8 fights. I was fighting in Germany, all over the world. So it was rough, but yeah, the strong mindset, I think, and the discipline I got from my mom. She taught me that the life is not like easy and it's not perfect. The life is pretty hard, but it's good it's at when you are a kid, it's hard to grow up like not having a lot of money and not having opportunities. But when you're growing like that, when you are like grown man, then you understand that all the sacrifices or all the hard times was worth it. And it made me stronger, that's for sure.
Yeah, and it seems like you still carry that like lack, even that slight lack of confidence to outwork and to outtrain and to just live a clean life, that kind of chip on your shoulder.
Yeah, all my life until this day, I'm always doubting myself. But I think that's the thing that helps me be better person, better athlete, better in everywhere, because I never think, oh, I'm the best. I don't have that confidence. Like, honestly, I can tell other fighters when they say, oh, I'm the best, I'm going to be the future pound for pound or something. It's like, I'm just looking. Sometimes I laugh, sometimes I think, don't tell this. I don't know. Sometimes it's good to speak and believe it. But sometimes for me, I think it's better, to have a dream inside me
Mm.
and try to achieve it than to say it loud. Because if something happens, I don't know, it's not a bad or good thing for to say it loud. It's also good, if you believe in yourself, it's okay. I believe in myself, like because I'm doing the job, everything right, but still I'm doubting myself all the time. What level I am, it's this and that can happen. Boxing is a very unpredictable sport, like even the knockdowns or knockouts. I never had this. I never had this feeling like when the people say you get dizzy or legs go out. I never felt this, in my life. I don't know, maybe I have a strong chin or I don't know. But you never know. But I'm prepared for everything. Like I prepare for the worst. Like I said, this is my mentality. I always prepare for the worst case scenario, but I am hoping for the best.
Hmm. What a mindset. What a mind. I've interviewed a lot of fighters, Eimantas, and I don't know if I've quite heard what you just described, which is fascinating. So it's not surprising then that you're the underdog against Boots. You're literally going to his backyard. I know you're not scared. You'll fight anybody, anywhere, anytime. Do you think that the Boots side of the house is maybe overlooking or underestimating you?
Uh, Honestly, one thing I can say, I don't care. But other thing is like, when you are not known fighter, people think you are like bum or something like that. And the other thing, I'm not going to like his backyard. I was living in Philadelphia, by the way, in 2009, I guess. Yeah, 2009. We supposed to live in United States, so we came to Philadelphia,
Mm.
and I have even pictures when I was walking in Atlantic City when I was a kid. So yeah, but then we went home. It was a little bit harder than we were thinking, because you need to get a visa and everything. And at the time we came with the ESTA. For ESTA, you can stay only 3 months, like legally.
Mm.
But then we came back gladly.
So you might have some fans in the building.
Oh yeah, for sure, because we have big community of Lithuanians in Chicago. A lot of Lithuanians in Chicago live, so they are coming, and the people from Lithuania are coming because it's like short flight and not so expensive coming to New York, and then driving to Atlantic City. Because coming to LA it's like 12 hours, coming to New York is around 7:30 or 8 hours from Lithuania.
Let me ask you though, Eimantas, and I'm here with Eimantas Stanionis, WBA world champion, big fight against Boots Ennis, April 12th. Obviously, this is kind of considered a homecoming, though, for Boots. It's not in Philly, but Atlantic City. After what went down with Tank and Lamont Roach a couple weeks ago, do you worry at all if it's a close fight, or will he get the A side love from the judges, the ref? Like, does that even come into play? What are your thoughts on that whole situation?
Yeah, but I don't think about that because I was always underdog in United States. Since I came here, I started my professional career. I had promoters. Basically, I was like A side, but it's like B side because they gave me. I never had this opportunity to since first fight. I know the fighters have like three, four, five fighters, and they can choose which one they want to go. I never had this. They told me you're fighting this guy, this guy, this guy, and I'm okay, 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 no worries. And I don't know about Jaron and Lamont Roach. Yeah, it's like he's a big superstar, you know. Yeah, these things happen. He attracts people, you know, to the arenas he sells. So I understand from that side. And also with Boots is the same. So I'm not concerned. I just go there, do my job, give my all heart, and that's it.
Yeah, yeah. Um, Going back, Vergil Ortiz, who's now on the rise at 154, you kind of had some bad luck with him. That was a highly anticipated fight for boxing for you and him to see who was kind of that next guy.
Yeah.
Would you still like to see him again, maybe at 154?
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what's going on after this fight, how I'll be, but we'll see. I got past this. I don't know. Bad luck for me fighting him. But yeah, of course, he's a good fighter, like I told before, you know, it's nothing against him. These things happens. I'm happy that he's successful now and he got his health under control. That's most important thing.
Yeah. What about Thurman? I interviewed Thurman a few days before his comeback fight last Wednesday against Brock Jarvis, pretty unknown fighter. But you know, would I know getting maybe a big name like that? I mean, if he got Boots, and then would he be of interest to you, or is that not even in the cards?
That's the crazy thing. Before Tenju, I supposed to fight him. I was like training and I supposed to fly into America to start my training camp. And everything was almost done, like basically everything was done, but shit happened. And I was like, it's okay that they changed to Tim Tszyu because then he got injured, and I was thinking with Vergil 2 years, and then if I I had to fight Thurman, then again it's like, oh my god, what unluck would be for me. It would be like 3 years without a fight. So I'm glad it didn't happen at that moment. But yeah, of course, fighting a big name, it's how you get introduced in the United States, like you know, because you need to have a name, you have to show people who you are, your personality, you know, and you start getting some fans that care of you, follow your career. That's important, but that's step by step. You need to win against some known fighters, more known.
Yeah, that would have been bad luck. I never thought about the the Virgil
Yeah,
and then Keith getting hurt.
I was crazy.
Yeah. Well, nobody knows what Spence is going to do, if he's coming back, if he's not coming back, but maybe you and Spence back here in Dallas someday.
Maybe, I don't know. I'm all for the fights, you know, for a big fight, for a good fight, what fans want, you know. And I would fight anybody basically because I love the sport. I know the frustration from the fans when the fights doesn't get made, but also I need to build my name, you know, to be more known. So then but I'm not so active at social media. It's my fault, you know. I just want to focus, train, you know, and do my job all the time. So it's like, yeah, I need some guys, you know, to take care of my social media. Then I will be known, and then probably I would get like a big fights.
Well, I don't know if I'm following you right now, but I will after this. So we'll add one to your
Okay.
social on Instagram. But I'll get you out of here in a minute. I appreciate you doing this on a Saturday. Quick predictions though. I always like to ask, you guys are fans of the sport as well. Bud Crawford going up against Canelo, if that were to happen, September, they're talking. How do you view that fight?
I'm very bad at predictions, so honestly, because I predicted Spence and Crawford, it's going to be like 50-50, but I was leaning towards Spence. But what happened, like I said, the sport is unpredictable on paper sometimes. Sees like it can go this way, but it's going to be like crazy other way. Like even with Gervonta and Lamont Roach, nobody thought that it's going to be like that. And he showed that's great. Also, Tinju against the other guy. So Bahram, yeah. So nobody thought that's going that way, and it went how it went. So I like the sport because it's the unknown. So I don't know, honestly bet against Crawford. It's crazy because I did once. I don't want to do that. It's like, but Canelo is like he has so much experience and he's a bigger guy. The height they are the same, but the experience is it's on Canelo's side, and he had so many big fights. I don't know.
Yeah. What about Tank and Shakur? Yeah, and let me just share something with you. When I was talking to Keith Thurman about that fight, um, that still seemed like one of the biggest fights in boxing to make, even though the draw with Lamont. And he said he didn't feel like Shakur was worthy of that fight, like he hadn't been in the fire yet. But he's a three-time world champion. But what do you think of that matchup?
That will be a great matchup, yeah. But Keith also on one side, he is right. Gervonta had like big fights. Even if yeah, like Ryan Garcia, Rowley, and other guys. He always put like spectacular fights. And he has that it factor. He can shut your lights out in any second. So he has that excitement. But yeah, it will be a great fight. I don't even know. Maybe it will be boring fight because of the styles and everything. But yeah, it will be great fight, I guess. And they have to make it. It's a big fight.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I think the fans still want that fight.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
I'll ask you one more. Benavides versus Bivol, or better be there's probably going to be a trilogy.
I'm
Those
not
guys,
going bet against Benavides. He's an animal. I like him. He's going like all the way. He showed that he has skills, will, how he trains, everything. Like I like he's very good, very good.
so Benavides against either one of them.
Benavides, either anybody.
Okay, well that was an easy prediction,
Yeah, this
but you
one,
never
yeah,
know. You never know,
yeah.
right?
You never know, but yeah, I would say Benavides.
And for you, Eimantas, if you win this fight, you got Brian Norman fighting at the end of this month, end of March. That would kind of line you guys up on the same schedule, because that's always tough on, when each person fights. Would that be, if you guys both win, would that be the ideal next fight? And then to try to go to undisputed, is that kind of your goal there?
Yeah, of course. We need to fight it. It's like I think every athlete's dream is to be undisputed, to have all the belts. So yeah, for sure.
All right. Well, listen, man, this has been awesome. What should we expect April 12th against Boots Ennis, one of the most skilled guys in boxing? You're going to Atlantic City. You said you lived out in that area, but what should we expect that night from you?
From me, fireworks, and that I can promise I will give all my heart. I'll go there and fight, that's for sure. Probably I'm not going go there and box, but fight.
All right. Well, let's build your social. How can people
Yeah.
follow you?
They can follow me on Instagram, Eimantas Stanionis, also on Twitter, Stanionis. So yeah, I'm not active on Twitter, but I see all the time. I see the media what they are talking. It's fun. X, not Twitter. Sorry.
Right. Right. Well, listen, man, best of luck in the fight. I'm glad we did this, learned a lot about you.
Yeah.
It was really great. And I'm sure the fans are going to be super excited to listen and to also see you fight April 12th. Best of luck.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you for having me, and have a good day.
You too. We'll do it again soon.
Thank you. Bye bye for
All right.
sure.
Bye-bye.